Welcome to Manchester United Matters channel. How are you guys and where are you watching us from? I go by the names of Rokan David onto this channel. It has been long since we are last live onto this channel, but we thank God that we are live and kicking onto this channel in there for you guys. Smash the like button, comment and share, and if you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to our channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. That transfer is heating up, and we are having lots of stories flowing in and out onto this channel in there for you. And this time around, we are really talking about things that we are really bringing directly on your screen, such that you guys get to know that we are not lying, we're not cooking up stories, and we are really reporting them direct from the Rokani Media Football in there for you. If at all you are really missing out on sports updates, you can go on Twitter and follow us at Rokani Media FB in there for you, or Rokani Media Football in there for you. Direct and straight, let's get into the first story of the day in there. It's all about Ten Hag is understood to have been following Jonathan David's progress and at Ghent and Lille for some time in there for you. Now, this story, I really feel like it has been fetched out from the right source. Because when you look at Ajax, there is no team that has scouts better than Ajax. Ajax scout from Africa. That's why you see that in their recently built-up team, they had Onana from Cameroon. They had the right back, is it Mazrui, the right back that has gone to Bayern Munich from Morocco. They had Timber. All those are scouted players. Timber was from the academy of Ajax. They have Gravenbach, you get. They do have Anthony, you get, that is from Brazil, you get. So they've been really looking at players all over the world. And when this tweet comes in out from CBS Sport saying that Ten Hag is understood to have been following Jonathan David's progress at Ghent and Lille for some time, I really agree with them. And this has come out at the right time when when a story came in through yesterday, and we did hear on Rokani, onto the Manchester United Matters channel, that Darwin Nunez has rejected Manchester United and Newcastle because he wants to play into the Champions League. And I really believe that this story has been brought out to counter that story coming out from Benfica in there for you. And that story was reported by RMSC from France. And I really believe that RMSC is working for PSG. They really want to divert this story from the Premier League to PSG, because PSG are looking for another centre forward, because Mauro Icardi has failed to really come out and live up to the expectations at PSG. Di Maria is leaving, Lionel Messi is aged, and they don't have very many players in there for you. So to me, I really believe that CBS Sport have really brought up this story about Erik Ten Hag being a man who is eyeing a man who goes by names of Jonathan David for a very long time. And you never know, he has been watching at him and really wanting him. Maybe he wanted him at Genk, from Genk to come and play in for side which goes by the names of Ajax, and it failed, and he has been keeping an eye on him. And you never know, he might be among those central forward or center forward options for Manchester United. After that story came in out from RMSC from France that we've been rejected by a side which goes by the names of Benfica. Sorry, I don't know what's really eating my mind, but we've been rejected by a player who goes by the names of Darwin Nunez. Darwin Nunez is a Uruguayan player who plays at the Uruguayan national team with Edson Cavani. And if at all you missed out on that video, I really came out and highlighted very well the reasons as to why I think Darwin Nunez is going to really leave or not come at Manchester United. And I really told you that the reason they are giving concerning the Champions League, I really came out and told you they are lying. That is a typical lie. He cannot fail to come to Manchester United because of Champions League football. But I really told you that the main reason is Cristiano Ronaldo in there for you, because Ronaldo is that kind of player who has been at Manchester United and he has been benching Cavani. And I told you that Darwin Nunez would have called Cavani and said, "Oh, Cavani, please, United have contacted my agent. Can I really close a deal with them?" And Cavani will tell him the truth that I think it's better to come in at Manchester United after the post-Ronaldo era, because right now you aren't going to bench Cavani. I've been here at Manchester United. Did very well last season, scored close to 18 goals in my entire season. I never really got appreciated again when Ronaldo came in here because he's the GOAT. He's the best goal scorer on planet Earth alive. So that is something that I need to put into consideration in here, and I really believe that's why Darwin Nunez snapped United in there for you. Now, Jonathan David, I really believe that he's a good player, but the many times I've watched him, he's good, he has the energy, the physicality, his work rate is okay, but I ask myself, is he better than Anton Martial? To me, I really believe that we should bring in a player who is better than what we have, not bring in a player who is not better than what we have. I don't believe Jonathan David is better than Anton Martial. No way. No way. I really believe Anton Martial is a far much better player than all of those. And if at all Anton Martial can start Manchester United and Erik ten Hag can convince him to start Manchester United, I really believe he'll come in and do a better job at United in there for you. Better than all of those that we're being linked to, because Martial is a very good player who will really play off the left attacking side of the midfield, and he can lead the line with Ronaldo for this season as the rebuild really comes on through, because Rangnick has come out and told us that United needs two to three summers to really sum up each and everything that they really want to do and be that club that everyone is going to be afraid of. That's what Rangnick has told you, and he tells you out of experience, because he said, I did this 15 days back with Hoffenheim, RB Leipzig and Red Bull Salzburg. I've been in this business, I've been doing it, and I can assure you very well that this is United, and in 3 summers we can really turn things around. Now we look at these 3 summers. I don't believe that it's the right time to bring in strikers like Jonathan David. I really believe that let's wait for a centre forward. We can wait because we have Ronaldo. Anton Martial can play that role. We have Marcus Rashford, who can play that role very well. If at all he is improved by the new manager at Manchester United, I really believe that let's not go in for Jonathan David. You get, even if they're the Nkunkus, people laugh them, but I really believe that let's first look at the most vital positions at Manchester United that we are lacking. I really believe that's what we should do first. Let's first settle the central defenders, because Phil Jones and Eric Bay are leaving. Let's weigh in Tuanzebe and see, can he come in and put up a shot at Manchester United? I'm talking about Tuanzebe. Then Julian Timber, if at all he comes in, it will be a very good addition. Then he will be a very good backup for Diego Tello. We know that our back 4 is 100% settled. Let's move to the midfield. You get, let's get in 2 central midfielders. You get, and another holding midfielder. That will be a fine window. People will ask, why not bring in a winger? But guys, we have people like Amad Diallo, and Erik ten Hag is good at grooming this young talent. I really believe that we should give Amad Diallo a chance and let us really work on his physicality during the preseason, such that he really gains physicality, because even the manager of Rangers, Van Bronckhorst, came out and said the reason as to why we're not really giving Amad Diallo a lot of games, it's because of his physicality. Let's work on his physicality. Let us find means of really putting him into this Manchester United squad and really do the needful. Remember, next season we're really going to be having 5 substitutions, and it's not going to be uneasy. Bringing an Anthony wouldn't have been a bad idea, but I really believe that we have a player who I will believe that his potential can even weigh, or his ceiling is higher than that of Anthony. I will believe that, and he has played in the Premier League. Most of the games they brought him into, he played very well. Most significantly, that game that ended the season away at Wolverhampton Wanderers in the season of 2020-2021, when United won it by 2-1. You remember how he played very well into that game. I will believe that it's better we get into the player who goes by names of Amad Diallo. Let's spend the money we have on 3 midfielders, 2 central midfielders, and 1 holding midfielder, plus a central defender. Then Anton Martial Marcus Rashford and Ronaldo can lead the line for Manchester United. That's what I really think about this. I don't know what you guys think about it, but that's my real thought about that in there for you. Then there is a story that is really growing day in, day out that I really want to bring it for you. It's all about the central defensive midfielder that United is eyeing. And guess who that is? It's none other than a man who goes by the names of De Jong. And a story came in today from Fabrizio Romano from his podcast that he does on YouTube. He said Xavi is trying very hard to keep Frank De Jong and tell other players to resolve Barcelona's economic situation. That is a story that really came in through. And I really believe that unless otherwise Barcelona comes in through and really gets a deal that is going to get it out of this economic situation, they have to sell Frankie De Jong. And news has it that if United raises £60 million, then Barcelona will really get this player in there for you, because Barcelona need this £60 million in there to register 3 more players: Lewandowski, Frank Casey, and Christiansen. And when you look at the midfield, I really believe that they won't miss De Jong a lot, because even Xavi has not been using De Jong a lot, and most of the games he has been benching De Jong, and De Jong got frustrated in there for you, because there is Pedri, there is Busquets, there is Gavi. And you know what happens at Barcelona? If at all you are not coming from the La Masia Academy, you are known favored a lot than a player who comes in from the academy of La Masia. And these 2 players I'm talking about who play the midfield come in from the La Masia Academy. They come in from the La Masia Academy. And this is the biggest problem that a man who goes by names of Frankie De Jong is really facing. And they brought in Frank Casey. And I really believe that Frank Casey, coming in on a free, has to put in a clause that, please, Xavi, you're bringing me to your team, and I'm really going to get starting. I'm going to be one of those players that starts into this game of football of Barcelona. I really believe that the midfield of Barcelona, the midfield 3 of Barcelona is going to be Frank Casey, Sergio Busquets, and Pedri. And I will believe that De Jong cannot really come into that, and there is no way they can bench Busquets. They're not going to bench Frank Casey, and they cannot bench Pedri. And I will believe that this story is being put out that Xavi is trying really to keep Frankie De Jong to really feel that he is not being put there as a sacrificial lamb. You get? They're not sacrificing him. That's what they are really trying to implicate to us, but I really know that they are really trying to do this because if at all they don't sell him, they won't be able to bring in other players. Just so Barcelona have brought in 2 players on a free. There are even 3. There is one from Sporting Lisbon. There are 3 players, but they cannot register them because of the financial situations they are in and the dates they are into. Now, another one, Erik ten Hag is pushing to have Frankie De Jong as one of the faces for the new Man United era. That is Fabrizio Romano coming out and really assuring us that United is pushing this, and Erik ten Hag is ever talking to a man who goes by the name of Frankie De Jong and telling him, please, I want you at Manchester United. I want you to be that main man. You are the missing piece in my jigsaw at Manchester United, and when you come in at Manchester United, I really believe that you're going to come in and do wonders. That is what Erik ten Hag is telling Frankie De Jong. Now, today, Gerard Moreno has come out and really said this. Where is that story? I really want to get you that story because it's really good for you in there. It's really a good story. Gerard Moreno has just come out and really tweeted that. I really want to give it to you about De Jong because it's really good that he is feeling out of place. He's feeling out of place, and today on the dinner, he was out of place. That's the news that we've just gotten in from a side which goes by the names of Barcelona. Gerard Moreno, being a correspondent for Barcelona, he's the man who really laid this news out, and he has now come out and told us that this story is really true, and a man who goes by names of De Jong. What was this story? I really tweeted it. I really want to read this tweet from Gerard Moreno because it's really good that most of you guys need to know it here onto the Manchester United Matters channel, and it's going really to give you a very good hint that bottom corner, smash the subscription button, and then feel free to talk to us every time we are really here. Just know we are always live to this channel, and this is Rokani Media. I was telling you that Frankie De Jong on the dinner. This is a page known as Managing Barker. Managing Barker has come out and tweeted this. You can read it. You can read it. It's on your screen. Frankie De Jong was very quiet during the squad dinner. That's what they tweeted in there for you. And being quiet means that he feels like he's at the club and they've put him up as a sacrifice to really overcome their economic situation. And trust me, De Jong wouldn't have been the player Xavi wouldn't want to lose, because he's one of a kind in these modern players. But there is nothing they are going to do. The only way to save themselves, they should sell him off and bring in more 3 or 4 players at Barcelona until their situation gets better. That's what they're really going to do. So guys, feel free to go in the comment section, tell me what you think about a player who goes by the name of Jonathan David to Manchester United as being eyed by Eric Ten Hag for a very long time. Then De Jong, the situation, we discussed about it, but just know very many players are really going to be linked to Manchester United this season, because we are really going to make a very big overhaul here at Manchester United. I sign out for now. See you later, my mates.